Time now for the morning rush.
We'll start things with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Still looking at the potential for some spotty showers out over south central and southeast New Mexico today. Not very widespread. Accumulation will be very light. But tonight into tomorrow, the north and northeast has potential to pick up another batch of snow. We're talking a few inches possible above 7,500 feet. Eastern slopes favored for tonight and tomorrow's activity. Albuquerque not expecting anything in the way of rain or snow, just increasing cloud cover. Adam?
As you get ready to head out the door, we're following the day's top local stories, starting with Sarah Yingling in the Newsplex. Sarah?
And nearly 200,000 people have been ordered to evacuate the areas around Los Angeles. The large, fast-spreading wildfires have already torched more than 65,000 acres. The biggest of the Thomas Fire has been burning at nearly an acre per second. There are also 3 other separate smaller fires burning in LA and San Bernardino counties. Governor Jerry Brown has declared a state of emergency as more than 1,000 firefighters continue to battle the blazes. The latest on evacuations coming up in the 5 Facts. Fernanda?
New details about a deadly officer-involved shooting in northern New Mexico last month. State police say 29-year-old Nelson Rodarte barricaded himself inside a home in Peñasco, then went on the roof where he pointed a rifle at officers and deputies. They say Deputy Shauna McTague fired her weapon, and immediately after, State Police Officer Anthony Perez saw Rodarte in an aiming position and fired his rifle at Rodarte, then fired another shot. Rodarte was pronounced dead on scene. State police are still investigating. Crystal?
Breaking news now this morning, a pipeline explosion between Loving and Carlsbad. Right now, Highway 285 and Highway 31 are completely closed in both directions. Eddy County emergency management officials say 285 is closed from Grande to London. Highway 31 is closed to Carter Road. Officials say the fire is not close to any homes at this time, but residents are without power.
Do you recognize this man on your screen? He's still on the run this morning. The feds say he robbed a Northwest Albuquerque bank. The robber walked into the Washington Federal Bank off Alameda at around 2:30 yesterday afternoon, threatening a teller and demanding money. He left with the cash to a vacant house nearby. If you know who he is, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers 843-STOP.
On to new news this morning, a major announcement coming from President Trump later on today. It's very controversial. Senior administration officials tell CBS News the president will announce that the U.S. does recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and direct the State Department to begin moving the U.S. Embassy to the city. The State Department is also warning government employees and their families to be on alert for possible violence because of this.
Bernalillo County officials are blaming a paperwork problem this morning for a double murder suspect's accidental release. Angel Solis was released from MDC on Monday, but should have remained there on a no-bond hold issued against him in March of 2016. It only knew that he was serving time on a probation violation. The county claims MDC had no idea that Solis had a murder charge with a no-bond hold.
On to new guidelines now for Bernalillo County. Criminal cases are set to take place early next year. The DA says there are too many cases and not enough time or people to get them through the system. Now the state Supreme Court released a list of changes to the so-called case management order. At the top of that list, 5 extra days to hand over evidence to the defense. The changes also include more time for cases to go to trial.
A man charged with a church fire in Rio Rancho will be back in court today. 23-year-old Gordon Schuler is accused of setting fire to Peace Lutheran in Rio Rancho in July. Today, Schuler is expected to be in court on another case for a probation violation. He was on probation for several other crimes when he was arrested for the church arson. The hearing is at 10 a.m. this morning. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index set as zero. Not looking at anything major here in Albuquerque. Our temperatures will be cool in the 40s, but looking at mostly sunny conditions, light winds, and no significant rain or snow expected here in the Duke City. Crystal?
Good news for Carlsbad Caverns and those main elevators that have been shut down for 2 years now. The elevators should be fixed by May of 2018. The motor shaft broke back in December of 2015. Since then, visitors have been forced to use secondary elevators. When those would break down, visitors would be forced to walk more than a mile down that trail.
You waiting this morning for Cyber Week purchases to get to you? Those packages might be a couple of days late. UPS is a little behind schedule after last week's surge in online orders. The delivery company says some of its packages will be delivered 1 to 2 days late, but UPS says don't worry, all shipments between Thanksgiving and Christmas will arrive by their expected date. No problem. Kristen?
Time now for a check on traffic. Looking at some minor slowing on I-40 between Coors and about 4th Street. Only moving at about 20 to 30 miles per hour at the moment. Of course, we'll be here keeping eyes on the roadways for you through the morning.
The man known as the French Elvis has passed away. Johnny Hallyday died at the age of 74 yesterday. Halliday's career spanned more than a half century, filling up stadiums. He sold millions upon millions of records. French President Emmanuel Macron said, quote, "The public is in tears and the whole country mourns."
He will be missed. On to news out of Spotify. Spotify announces its top streaming artists. Can you guess who they are? Ed Sheeran was on top, streamed on Spotify more than any other artist in 2017. He tops the list with 6.3 billion streams, and his song Shape of You was the most streamed song. Sheeran is followed by Drake, The Weeknd, Kendrick Lamar, and the Chainsmokers. I could see Ed Sheeran being a top on top of Spotify. He is. Yeah. It's a great song, too.
All right, time for the 5 facts.
Starting with number 5, this morning, former Lobo and Chicago Bears linebacker Brian Urlacher is grinning from ear to ear after being inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame last night. He's now counting down the days to February, where he hopes to enter the Pro Football Hall of Fame on his first ballot. Urlacher only had one scholarship coming out of Lovington, and that was to UNM. He says he never imagined that his career would become this big.
I bet you other colleges were thinking like, man, we missed out on a great opportunity. Number 4 now, the Albuquerque Police Officers Association is launching their annual Santa Patrol today. It's the 4th year officers are helping local families during the holidays. This year, police are partnering with local charity Beds for Kids. This morning at 10 o'clock, Officers Association members are set to kick off the event, focusing on helping families that don't have a bed to sleep on. Officers will be accepting donations at a drop-off. You can drop off anything like new beds, linens, blankets, even monetary donations at any APD substations. We have the full list for you on our website, KRQE.com. Click on the Always On tab.
At number 3, cooler temperatures today with Albuquerque down to 46. Mostly sunny over western New Mexico and central areas, but down to the south, a few more spotty showers. Now, overnight into tomorrow, cold front moves in. We're looking at snow over the northern mountains and northeastern plains. Cooler temperatures for everybody on Thursday.
At number 2 this morning, a man accused of groping and trying to kidnap a 12-year-old girl is waking up behind bars, and prosecutors are asking a district court judge to hold him there without bond until trial. According to the complaint, the girl was walking to school in her neighborhood near Gibson and I-25 when Armando Chavez held her against her will, touching her inappropriately, even hitting her in the head. The girl told police she kept fighting and managed to get away. This is Chavez's first alleged offense involving children.
On to number 1 now. Firefighters will be reassessing their next move as they continue battling that raging wildfire in California. There have been 4, but there's one large one. As of this morning, 150,000 people have been ordered to evacuate to the areas around LA. The massive, fast-moving Thomas fire has already destroyed at least 150 structures, including a massive apartment complex and the Vista Del Mar Hospital, both consumed by flames. At this time, there are no deaths confirmed. However, 4 firefighters have been injured. 3 of them are recovering from burns.